Hey up, I wanted to make a shark with some blue trainers on, and for those of you that are cooked in the head like me, that's Tralalero Tralala. Anyway, I made it, so here's what I did. I started out by making a semi-thick worm of foil to help me use less clay, as cosclay is incredibly expensive. And speaking of cosclay, that's what I'm going to be using. Once I've run it through my pasta machine a couple times to get thin sheets of clay, I can start wrapping it around my body positive worm so I can get a basic shark shape and smooth it all out. I've then used a craft knife to cut a slit for the mouth and started digging out the inside. I'm also going to give him the nickname Bruce because, well, of course I am. Some thickening up of his chin will make him look like Peter Griffin, and then I've sliced in some gills as well. I'm not really sure how I was going to fill up the gaps in this commentary because I really have nothing to say, so I'm going to splice in some shark related facts because yay, that's fun. Okay. Did you know that sharks existed before trees did? Sharks have been around for over 400 million years, while the first trees appeared 350 million years ago. Wow, great. Some teeth can get jammed into place, and he's going to have multiple rows of teeth, as sharks do. And did you know that sharks can have around 30,000 teeth in a lifetime? Wow, smashing stuff. I've used some liquid clay to sort of pre-glue them into place and to also get rid of any holes in the gums before my first attempt at pushing the eyes in. What the f have I done? I've pushed in some eye hole dents and built up an angry eyebrow ridge above them before giving Bruce a nose lobotomy to give him some nostrils. I can then spritz some spritzes of isopropyl alcohol to soften up the topmost layer of clay, ready for some texturing. Did you know that shark skin is like sandpaper thanks to its tiny, spiky dermal denticles which reduce drag and help them swim faster? Bruce is also a fighter, and so he gets lots of cuts and slashes as little badges of honour. I've also extended the back end of Bruce and textured it as well. You can see here where I've connected it, but that shouldn't be as visible when I've got some paint on. Once he's baked, I can handle him a bit more freely, and I can add the pectoral fins and the primary dorsal fin. The same sort of pulling and prodding with my fingers gets done for the back fins as well, but since we're all about shark facts today, we might as well name them. That one at the top there is the secondary dorsal fin, and these two underneath are his pelvic fins. Did you know you can tell a shark's gender by looking for the claspers? Claspers are finger-like extensions on the inside of a male shark's pelvic fins. Right, there's a perfectly good reason why my model doesn't have any claspers in spite of being a male, and that's because I didn't know before recording this voiceover. But Bruce from Finding Nemo doesn't actually have claspers either, so technically he's female. She is They are a female shark. Once I've made his upper and lower caudal lobes, I can texture all the bits I've added and give Bruce some more cuts and slashes. Now for the shoes, there's not much to say other than I just made a shape of a shoe, put a little hole in it and did some laces. I've gained a lot of confidence with things that aren't monsters and dragons since I made that vinyl scheme and sculpture. I actually loved how those shoes turned out on that model, and I was really hoping that these would turn out the same, and thankfully they lived up to my own hype. The material of these shoes are called fly knit, and I've got a strip of fabric that I've pressed into the shoe to give it that fly knit texture. Then I just made two more. I'm glad I set my camera up to prime the model because the rain outside was really therapeutic. I'm just like that, I like the sound of rain and the smell of rain. Petrichor that's called, I think. Anyway, listen to this. I think most people click my videos, hear that I'm British, hey up, I want to make a shark with blue shoes, Captain, and then they just click away. So I'm going to shut my mouth for this part and play a fitting track that encapsulates how I was feeling while painting this guy. just gonna jump in here real quick, gotta keep the theme of the video. Did you know that there's a rare deep sea species of shark called pocket shark, which has little pouches near its fins that secrete bioluminescent fluid, and there's only been 2 ever found. Jesus. I've used some ultra matte varnish to get rid of the acrylic paint shine. I just dislike that in general. It makes things look tacky in my opinion. And then I've got some high gloss varnish to glob up Bruce's mouth a little bit more and give it some of that shine back. And a teeny tiny bit of UV resin can give some life back to his eyes. And it's actually really surprising how much of a difference that this makes. It's just a bit of shine and it completely changes it. Look at that. I've used some Fabri-Tac glue to glue up the mouth a bit more, and listen, I know sharks don't salivate, so this isn't technically realistic, but I think it just suits it, and it adds more for the eyes to look at. So anyway, after I've slipped his shoes on, I called it there.